The Subway Postgame Show is sponsored by Subway Restaurants. Subway, home of the famous $5 footlong.
I'm James Brown alongside with my NFL Today crew, Coach Bill Cowher, Shannon Sharpe, and Boomer Esiason. As we welcome you to the Subway Postgame Show, what impressed my guys from the early games? Let's start first with the coach.
Well, I'm going to talk about the NFC. I think the first thing I want to talk about is Tavares Jackson. I mean, the ability for him to come in and to take over for Gus Frerotte. I think the confidence that gives the Minnesota Vikings now to know they have a backup quarterback that goes with that running game, I tell you, is big. Now, ultimately, the Williamses, their fate, if they can stay on the field, I think they control their own destiny. And the other thing I just want to say is this. The New York Giants, I know you lost this football game, but that's not a bad thing. If you remember, I know your schedule stuff down the road. You won a championship last year because you had the edge, and I'm not so sure that this game didn't put the edge back on this football team.
Well, first I want to say congratulations to the Tennessee Titans for winning the AFC South to break the 5-year reign of the Indianapolis Colts. But I want to talk about the Houston Texans. When have you ever seen a team go on the road, turn the football over 4 times, and set a franchise record for total yards, 549 yards? This team can be outstanding if they just learn how to take care of the football, Boom. Because when you're the 4th-rated offense in the National Football League, that tells me you have the pieces to be really good. But until you learn how to take care of the football, whether you're at home or on the road, this is all you're going to do. Try to get to 8-8, 9-7, and never contend for a playoff spot. But when they learn how to take care of the football, JB, the Houston Texans have as good an offense as anybody in the National Football League.
2 things that caught my eye this afternoon. One was Matt Ryan continues to play outstanding quarterback. He not only threw for a touchdown, he ran for a touchdown, threw for over 300. Even though they lost, they're still 8-5. They're still in the playoff mix, and he's got to be the odds-on favorite for Rookie of the Year, guys. I think we're all impressed with that. And the second thing is the Indianapolis Colts. Some people are saying that they're under the radar. Coach Cowher looked at their schedule a few weeks back, and he said, you know what? Peyton Manning and his boys are going to get back in the mix. Today they beat Cincinnati. It wasn't even a game. It was like 7-on-7. I don't even think they broke a sweat. Next week they play Detroit in their building. I mean, it doesn't get any easier for Peyton Manning and the Indianapolis Colts than these last 2 games. But I'll tell you one thing. I would not want to play them the way everything's shaking out right now in the AFC in the playoffs.
And they have a team that they can go on the road and play with. They have that no huddle. I mean, the crowd noise does not affect the Indianapolis Colts.
Right. And the thing is, another thing that's in their favor, 2 of their last 3 ball games is in their building.
That's right.
And they get Detroit.
But I will say this about Detroit now. They're 0-13, and, they keep peppering Coach Rod Marinelli after the games in the post-game press conferences. He's keeping it together. He hasn't lost it. I give him a lot of credit for what he's going through. I feel sick to my stomach over what they may accomplish.
I'm going to check back with you in about 4 weeks and see if he still keeps it together when after that last Sunday.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Neither am I.
The guy goes to work every day.
I come to work every day hoping that it happens so I have something to talk about, Jay.
You know what? He at least deserves a cabinet-level position in this administration. There's no question about it. All right, folks, thanks for joining us on the Subway Postgame Show.